Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you a delicious chicken marinade that you can also use for your next Thanksgiving turkey. So if you would like to see how easy this is to prepare, join me in my kitchen and let's get started. To prepare this recipe, I'm using about a 3 to 4 pound chicken. After thoroughly washing it using a clean paper towel, we're going to pat it down to remove any excess water. We're also going to trim off the excess fat and the tail. If you're making a turkey, you also want to check inside the turkey to remove the giblets and the neck. We're going to season the chicken with about a tablespoon of salt. To season the chicken, gently lift the skin away from the chicken. This way you can get inside of the chicken to season underneath the skin. Once we're done seasoning the first side, we're going to flip it over and repeat the process on the other side. And don't forget to season inside of the chicken as well. Once we're done seasoning the chicken, we're going to refrigerate it while we prepare the marinade. For the marinade, we're going to begin by adding 4 Chiles de Arbol to the blender. Make sure to remove the stems before adding them to the blender. 2 large garlic cloves and half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. Blend on high for a good minute or until everything is well broken down. In a small bowl, melt half a cup of unsalted butter in the microwave for a few seconds. Add the butter to the blender. We're also going to need Achiote Paste. You can find Achiote Paste in most supermarkets or in any supermarket that cater to Latin or Mexican food. This is a 3.5 ounce package and we're only going to use half of the package since we're only making 1 chicken. Add it to the blender. The remainder of the Achiote paste, seal it in a plastic Ziploc bag or in the same packaging so it doesn't dry. Blend on high for a good 30 seconds to a minute or until everything is well combined. To bake my chicken, I'm going to use this oval baking dish. We're going to set this aside and begin to marinate the chicken. The marinade should have a nice thick pasty look just like this, which is exactly what we need for the first part of the marinating. I'm going to turn over the chicken and begin with the bottom part of the chicken first. You want to take a good amount of the marinade in your hand and rub it inside of the skin all around. Once we're done marinating the inside of the chicken, we're going to lightly marinate the outer part of the chicken. Don't worry too much about marinating the outside because once we're done, we're going to marinate the outer part of the chicken. Just make sure to marinate between the thighs and the legs. Turn it over and repeat the process on the other side. You also want to marinate the inside of the chicken. Once we're done marinating, we're going to set it aside and we're going to cut 1 medium-sized onion. Remove the first layer of the skin and cut it in half, and this is going to go inside of the chicken. Now we're going to transfer the chicken into the baking dish that we're going to be using. For the first part of the marinating, we only used half of the marinade. Melt the remainder of the butter in the microwave for a few seconds or until it's completely dissolved. Add the butter to the blender with the remainder of the paste. Place it on the blender for a few seconds or until it's completely integrated with the paste. Then pour it directly over the chicken. Cover with aluminum foil. Marinate in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 hours or overnight. Bake at 400 degrees for an hour and a half. Our chicken has been baking for about an hour and a half. Remove the aluminum foil, and at this point it's already done, but we're going to take a baster and we're going to pour some of the sauce over the chicken. I'm going to place it back in the oven for about 10 minutes or until it has a nice golden brown color. After 10 to 12 minutes, our chicken has a nice golden brown color. Now very carefully, we're going to lift it up and place it on a separate dish. The sauce that remains in the pan, don't discard it. You can use it to pour over the chicken when serving it. I'm going to pour a little bit of the sauce over the chicken to keep it from drying up. And now it's ready to enjoy with your favorite side dishes. This marinade works great on turkeys as well, which is the one that I'm going to be using for my Thanksgiving turkey. My son is already waiting to enjoy a piece of this delicious chicken. We're gonna cut into it so you can see how delicious and tender and juicy this came out. Let me take this little piece so I can show you how juicy this looks. Look at that. I hope you give this recipe a try because it's not going to disappoint, I guarantee it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Have a safe and happy holiday.